Welcome, Psych 201 students, to Chapter 2, Theories of Development. In this chapter, we will explore, we will explore the following learning questions. In this first video, we will talk briefly about what do child development theories tell us. And then we're going to look at a number of major child development theories, and videos 2, 3, 4, and 5 will explore those theories. So I've split that second section, which is most of the chapter, into 4 separate sections. And then the final section, video 6, will look at these last 2 questions. What are neuropsychology and behavioral genomics, and how does culture influence theories of child development? So let's begin with just a brief introduction in this first video. And we will begin with why theories of development are important. And there are 2 main functions of any psychology theory. They, first of all, help us organize the knowledge that we already have. So a theory is a major undertaking. Do not mistake a theory for a prediction or a hypothesis. A theory is not just a simple idea that, oh, I wonder if this is true, and then you test it out. A theory is built upon the previous research that has come before it. It is based on usually multiple findings from multiple studies, and they're all combined into one coherent whole. So a theory is really a beast. It's not a single idea, built on a single result from a single experiment. And some people, think that you're testing a theory when you do one experiment. You're not. You may be testing one little part of a theory to see if it holds true or not, but a theory is based on numerous results. So many theories are built up from years of other experiments that have been done, and it tries to combine all the knowledge into a framework that makes sense, that connects all the different pieces together. So I always say a theory is a beast, because it's good theories that stand the test of time are large frameworks built upon many results. And so because they are built on all the knowledge that kind of came before the theory, then it's not easy to disprove a theory. I don't know of any incident with any of these major theories where like one study could possibly disprove it, because they are so complex and multifaceted. And then once you have a theory in place that's built upon the knowledge that came before, the second function is that the theory will predict, make predictions about what we can expect in the future, given different circumstances. And these predictions, or we could call these hypotheses, because a hypothesis is a single idea, a single question, or a single prediction. And so often when we have a theory, we can say, well, if that theory is true, then it should lead to this fact being true, or this idea being true. And then you could test that idea, based upon the theory, this should hold true. And so often, whenever there is a major theory, including all the ones we're going to be looking at here, all the theories we're going to look at in this chapter have led to multiple studies that follow, that build upon the idea the theory presented. And at times, there will be studies that chip away at the theory a little bit, and it's kind of you may find out that, well, this part of the theory doesn't seem right based on these studies. And sometimes theories will evolve and change over time. They're not stagnant, but they're open to change based on new results. Okay. We will look more at hypotheses versus theories in chapter 3 as well. But so first of all, so just remember, theories, they organize what came before, and they make predictions about what should be true following the theory. How do developmental theories differ? Well, I mean, there's a number of ways that they differ, but in particular, we're going to mention these two different ways here. And these were topics that we explored in chapter 1. And the first one is how does development happen? And does it happen in a quantitative fashion? That is, in a continuous fashion where, the development is happening incrementally, like a little bit at a time? Or is it qualitative change, which leads to stage-like theories, where you believe that development is plateauing at a certain level, and then it takes a leap onto a different level, like the tadpole to the frog that I talked about in chapter 1. So some of the theories we're going to look at are more quantitative in nature. Others suggest qualitative change. One of the keys to really look for is if it has stages, it's suggesting qualitative change. And some of the theories have stages, some do not. Second question is, why does development happen? And this is the idea of nature versus nurture. Is it internal factors, which means biology or your nature, including your genes and your hormones and your brain, or is it external forces, meaning the environment and what we call nurture, which one causes development? Or, we know that both contribute, but some of the theories we look at really favor one or the other in their beliefs about what causes us to be who we are and what causes development to happen. Okay, and at times I will refer to these questions as I go through the theories, and then when we get to the end of the chapter, I will point out that there's a nice chart that talks about how the theories differ on these two questions here. And this is all for video 1. We're going to get into the theories during the next 4 videos.